Hey guys, sorry for the delay. It says that we are live. I'm here. You're beautiful. It's Thursday night. That means it's time for GotBot Goes live. Of course, I'm just setting things up here slightly, so bear with me. We have a few interesting things tonight to talk about. Of course, we had a lot of reveals over the last week. I'm just going to adjust that slightly. Over the last week, we're going to talk about them all. Some of them true, some of them not. And very recently, before I went on air here, we had something come to my attention about Ratchet. We'll talk about all of that shortly. Just bear with me now as I get settled in here. I do see you guys there. Absolutely. And I'm going to just check in with you now in just a moment. Bear with me. Waluigi, I am happy to see you, my friend. Now, hold on. Starscream wife, of course, is in here. She's actually over there. This was a busy day for me, man. I spent the whole day out staining decks and stuff. If my hands and my arm and stuff looks messy, I swear I showered, but like it was a rough day, man. So I'm a little bit behind schedule. Jillian, happy to see you. Ninja Bill, happy to see you, my friend, as always. Hope you're doing fantastic. Ninja Bill and I were talking a few days ago, just a couple of days ago. Aries, welcome to you. Mike, welcome to you. Kato, happy to see you in here, my friend. Dragonfly. Pollinus Prime. Who else we have here? Of course, Razor Bear. Razor Bear is our super chat super fan tonight so far. As is Analog Ninja Matt, who I talked about pretty recently. Thank you to both of you so very, very much. I'm so happy you guys are here. Sovereign Knight, happy to see you. I'm confused on something. Earthrise Skylinks. I mean, it says it was released on 7-11 yet Amazon. There's no Skylinks here. Apparently they're in Canada at EB Games, but it's not something I've seen yet. Hold on a second here, guys. I just gotta bear with me here. I just input. I see you there as well, my friend. Oh no. I messed up. Hold on here, guys, because we do have a few things here that I'm very, very interested in covering. I do have to go up here a bit. I'm so sorry about this, guys. Bear with me just a few moments. There we go. There we go. That's better. Skybite, happy to see you in here, my friend. So yeah, pre-order. Sovereign Knight, I don't know. Like I said, around here, they're. Oh, that's okay. Around.
I need to get in there.
Now?
I was hoping.
Can you do it after the show?
I guess I'm going to have to.
Real life, folks. Real life. Real life. As we go down here, I think I said hi to Dragonfly. I know I set it to input. Oh, look at Analog Ninja highlighted, and we all know why that is. I'm going to talk about that in just a little bit. I got my Skylinks this morning. Oh, congratulations, Jay. Dude, I'm happy for you, man. I absolutely am happy for you. T-Fan Page thinks that the new spoiler pack will be Nemesis Prime. I hope he's right. We're going to talk about that coming up, too. As we go down here. Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm keeping you from the scanner. Hey everyone, the weapons pack by Hasbro Pulse, the Centurion drone. Has everyone pre-ordered the weapon pack via Hasbro Pulse, the Centurion drone? I complained about this last week, actually, and said, no, I did price it out. And to get the drone pack, along with the shipping converted, was going to, for where I live, was going to be about $60 US. By the time you change it, was heading on $100. However, thanks to somebody in the community, I have managed to source a pre-order through him, kind of kind of like I managed to do for God Neptune with the help of Crimson Raptor. Crimson Raptors did not help me with this one, with somebody else. So yes, sort of, kind of, but it's in a roundabout way, because it was prohibitive for essentially a deluxe and some add-on pieces. I'm receiving Skylink tomorrow. Congratulations to you as well. Yeah, it's like 80 Canadian. Yeah, that's a crazy price. It was even more expensive here, man. I think the spoiler pack is Shockwave with like Dark Energon or something. Quite possible. Switching to PC, typing on the phone sucks. It does, my man. This is why sometimes you guys see posts from me and like there are bad typos. It's because I'm typing them on my phone, and I'm not good at proofreading before I post stuff. So when you see that, you can be sure that I typed it on my phone. Maximal 10, happy to see you in here. Masterfire, happy to see you in here as well. Just got Slitherfang, and I can make him into Jafar's staff from Aladdin. That's cool. Again, they're apparently out in Canada at Walmart. I haven't seen them yet. Nothing new has come to any store here, be it EB, Toys R Us, or Walmart since early February. Nothing new. Not a thing new. Nothing. As a matter of fact, I feel like I read or heard somewhere along the way that Toys R Us doesn't even have any orders in. Canada-wide doesn't even have any orders in for new stuff from Hasbro. I suspect it's related to the world going topsy-turvy. But for a company called Toys R Us, shouldn't they not only have orders in, but shouldn't they get like the first orders? You know, I'm just saying. That's what I've heard. Is it any truth to it? I don't know. Maybe Toys R Us in your neck of the woods, for example, has the clone pack or has the Sky Warp and Thundercracker, but it ain't around these parts, and I know what I heard, right? I wish Grease Pit came with some Flame Blast effects. I agree with you, Masterfire, actually. As we go down here. Just got Earthrise, Optimus Prime, Siege Spinister, and Ratchet. Haven't touched them yet. All three are fantastic Analog Ninja. Finally got Starscream, and I like a lot. If you like them a lot, man, good. It's not for me, but good. Toys R Us has nothing new at all ever. I guess I'm not the only one who's experienced that. My Walmart sucks, still on wave 1. Yeah, my Walmart is not only on wave 1, but there's still Siege offerings there. And we've had 0 Netflix. Although I did hear that a Walmart on the west coast of my province did get 1 box of the Netflix lads. So take that for what you will, I guess. Hey, Robert, happy to see you in here. I wish Ectotron was in Siege. How come? Why do you wish he was in Siege, Robert? There's still just Power of the Primes at your local Walmart or Toys R Us. That's crazy. I made Slitherfang into G2 Starscream sound. I don't know enough about G2 Starscream to know what his sound pack is, but cool if he can pull it off. I found the deluxe Netflix figures at my Walmart. Congratulations, Jillian. Again, nothing has come here. Would you spend $179 on 2 Skylinks? On 2 Skylinks? I don't know. If it's 179 Canadian, yes. If it's 179 American, it'd be iffy. Why would you want 2? Triple R, happy to see you here. Maximal 10. This thing is Target exclusives do come here. Some sort of messed up deal. Somebody mentioned that those 2 packs are Target exclusive. They are Target exclusive in the States, but we don't have Target here anymore. It left here in, I think, 2015, which is sad. I miss Target. But the Target exclusives tend to come to Toys R Us in Canada. T-Fanpage, happy to see you here. We still haven't gotten any Netflix, but we got the recent Studio Series Deluxe Wave. Haven't got those either. I'm still looking for Studio Series, was it 59 Shatter? Because I saw on Google Images on one page, Ectotron had Cybertronium out. Interesting. Just got Hotlink. Hotlink is magnificent. I like Exhaust too. Triple R, big fan. Actually, I'm lucky mine didn't have any of those issues, really. I'm reviewing Jeep Bumblebee on the 8th and Roadbuster on the 15th. So there you go. Right away, shout out to T-Fanpage 101 on the 8th. On the 15th, he is reviewing Bumblebee and then Roadbuster. Check them out for sure. Shadow. Yeah, I've heard Shadow's Amazing Master. I'm hoping it shows up here. We'll see. They again, apparently they're at EB, not here. I would never approve pairs we don't have the space. I missed something about the pairs. Do you know what they're talking about?
Yes. Sovereign Knight said he buys his figures in pairs for display, so I never need to touch them. One for bot and the other off.
Gotcha. Yeah. I would never. Yeah, we'd never be able to do that. We don't have the space at all. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple of things here because I get caught up with you guys and we're 10 minutes in. First things first, we're going to do the intro. Kind of, sort of. I am your host, of course, your most humble host, Dennis Moulton, aka GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share, of course, subscribe, or now you can hit the join button and become part of the team and become a member of the channel. And of course, don't forget, while you're at it, didn't want to do it tonight, hit the bell, hit the notification bell, helps me out a ton, let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, the Everything Factor, all of the Facebook groups, me everywhere on social media. All those links are down, baby, in the description below. What else? Check out the Patreon, check out Teespring, see what we offer there as well. But I feel like I've kind of talked about that stuff a lot in the last little while. So we're going to do the trivia. I think we got enough people in here. Now let's do the trivia. Get the trivia. Now it rings. Let's get the trivia out of the way. Yeah, well, I think the
Ghost ring?
Yeah, ghost ring. I think the thing was stuck. I think the little machine was stuck.
Oh. That's not scary.
This is an easy one. Are you listening to the trivia? Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, somebody became a member.
Hey, look at that. Steven just became yeah, Steven becoming a Voyager class member. Join part of the team, baby. Part of the team. I appreciate it. There are, for anybody, we're going to talk about the membership stuff in a little bit along with Patreon. There's already a few posts and a couple of videos that are up for members only, or at least they should be, unless I have a setting done wrong. Steven, let me know if you have trouble seeing like something that should be a members only post. Though I don't think you should. I think it's pretty straightforward. I think I got it all figured out. But here is the trivia. Let's get into it. The trivia. In episode 1, the very first episode, which Seeker is woken up first and repaired first by Teletran 1? Which Seeker is the first one that kind of comes back to life? Is it Starscream? Is it B, Skywarp? Is it C, Thundercracker? Or is it D, Thrust? A, Starscream. B, Skywarp. C, Thundercracker. Or D, Thrust? Who?
B.
You're saying B?
That's because that's what everyone else is
That's
saying.
what everybody else is saying. I bet I'm gonna have to go back up there. Aries is saying Thundercracker. Tommy saying Skywarp. Jillian saying Skywarp. Robert saying Skywarp. It is B, of course, guys. Yeah, it's Skywarp. You guys know. That was an easy one, but it was a good one all the same. Okay, so I want to kind of, it came to my attention a couple of days ago that apparently I became eligible somehow, some way for memberships on my channel. I have no idea how. However, and I put up a video sort of explaining it a little bit, sort of an intro thing. It's not in the playlists or anything like that. I just put it up because I don't want to belabor this stuff. I just want to kind of address the fact that it's there. Now, here's the thing. The benefits for patrons are going to be the same benefits for members. Some people prefer to support through Patreon. Some people prefer to support through memberships. And some people just watch the videos, and that's cool too. And some people, of course, as we know here, do things like super chats and whatnot. Every single ounce of help that you guys provide to me, to the channel, goes right back into the channel for items to review, or it goes in for things that I wouldn't have otherwise. Like I explained in the video that I would not have God Neptune coming. I would not be able to review that for you when it comes out if it was not for the help of a number of people like my patrons or people that have bought merch. I'm looking at you, Input, with a cup. I mean, simple thing. These are simple things, and I don't want to belabor it, but they are there. They do exist. There is a little introductory video on it. There are multiple tiers. Obviously, the higher you go, the more, I guess, of a personal interaction we have, and the more closer we will tend to work together. So that's about it. It exists. It's a thing. You can see what the different levels are. If you have any questions, of course, you can always ask me about it. Some people said, hey, if I'm not doing that, am I missing out? No, you're not. If I do a tutorial, for example, on the channel, it's for everyone. However, members and patrons might get that tutorial in more depth with kind of more explanation. I will be kind of doing some things that aren't really part of the channel. Some of it might just be little outtakes. Some of it might be discussion videos. It's literally extra content. If you're not a member or a patron, you're not going to miss out on any of the vital stuff. You're not going to miss out on anything from the countdowns. You're not going to miss out on any of the reviews. You're not going to miss out on any of the episodes of Universal Collision. Nothing like that. This is going to be above and beyond extra. Some people will get publicly recognized as executive producers or some such things. Some people will actually work with me on certain things like story elements or character development for things like stop motions and whatnot. And hopefully as things go higher, I'll be able to kind of, I guess, include other options in that. Like, you know, maybe sometimes it'll be certain giveaways, or maybe sometimes it'll be, you know, certain times when I'll open up where members or patrons will be able to specifically request that I review something. And if it's in my power to do it, I'll do it. So like it's still kind of fluid and evolving, but they're there, and there's already a lot to it, and it's ever expanding. And you guys know that about me now. As a matter of fact, I done a little 2-minute thing that I was hoping to get up before we went on live here. I didn't happen. So it's just a thing that exists. There you go. And I'm done with it. We're going to get into the news after I check in with you guys with the comments and stuff here. And I know I'm missing stuff, and I apologize. Galaxy upgrade Nemesis Prime J. That'd be interesting. I could see that, to be honest with you. It's not necessarily the one I'd want, but again, we'll talk about that as we get down through it, because we're going to blow through a whole bunch of reveals and whatnot. I knew to trust you guys when it was when it was Type J. She knew what to do. Speaking of Skywarp, I'm not going to bother hunting for him for the insane price. Hotlink fits the void perfectly. I mean, Hotlink looks more Skywarp than Skywarp. That's fair enough. A lot of people are doing that, Sovereign Knight. I certainly see where it's coming from. And thank you, Input, very much. I'm pushing 20 Seekers spread across two molds, Siege and Earthrise. Man, Triple R loves the Seekers, man. It's weird. I have the 8 Siege ones. I'll have the cone heads for Earthrise, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And I actually have 3 little custom Legends class ones that I don't have names for yet, but I'm planning something for that coming up. As we go down here. Yeah, Starstream wife loved Hotlink. She thought he looked absolutely beautiful. I was thinking about doing some custom work on him, but it'd be a crime. It would be a crime to mess up the beautiful paint on him. Our Earthrise maps, most useless gimmick. You know what? If I had known that they were going to make a map, I probably would have cut them out. I just threw them away. So, like, I already done it with Wave 1. Not much point now in keeping the Earthrise map sections, I guess. Paint on Hotlink is impressive. The paint on Hotlink is very impressive. Yeah, I throw those maps away. I'm with Jay. I threw them away, man. Blue is my favorite color. Then it's purple. Starscream's, and I'm a bit different. My favorite color is purple. So I guess you put the maps together. Yeah, I think you're supposed to put them together. I think that they make a bigger image in the end. Yeah, Skywarp's colors are awesome sauce. I agree. Wheeljack and Hoist. Like they're Okay. People don't realize the fact Studio Series Leadfoot is difficult to get. What? People don't realize the fact Studio Series Leadfoot is difficult to get is simply a reference to how hard it was to get the Dark of the Moon Leadfoot. Oh yeah, absolutely. T-Fan page. Apparently he was like the Dark of the Moon one. Apparently was like brutal to get. I have 8 Siege and 3 Earthrise that have come out. See, everybody loves Seekers, man. Leadfoot's already on eBay. Really, Jay? I didn't hear that. That's crazy, man. I created my own custom Seeker, original character, and his squadron. That's fantastic. What molds did you use for that, Triple R? I really like the color of Earthrise Skywarp. I done some custom work on the Siege Skywarp, so I'm cool with that. But if I was just comparing stock to stock, honestly, Waluigi, I'd agree with you. I accidentally traded the maps for some Micromasters. Here's the thing. I would be happy to trade the maps if it meant I got more plastic in hand. Absolutely. I didn't get Red Wing, and Hotlink is my favorite Siege Seeker. I was lucky. Event Progenitor put me onto another guy who had Red Wing, and me and another guy local bought 2 of them, and we were able to split the shipping cost. It was a network of people that made that happen. It all started with Event Progenitor. He's helped me out a ton as well. Honestly, I can't thank him enough either. I almost cried with tears for joy when I saw Leadfoot, because it rounds out those wreckers, right? And I do know, Jillian, how much of a movie fan you really are. Crimson Raptors, hey, Crimson, happy you're here. We were talking about you just a little bit earlier. I don't know if you were here for when we talked about how you're giving me a huge hand in getting God Neptune. So again, a big thanks on that. The red on Red Wing pops. It really does pop. I agree. Okay, so we're gonna get into the news now, babies. You ready? Ready for a bit of news? Let's get into a bit of news. Last week we had a couple of guests. Oh, by the way, before I get into the news, in case you didn't see, Andy B Games gave me this little Loyal Soldiers Wheeljack last week, and I had no idea at the time. Steve told me after the fact. I had no idea at the time he could do this. Do it. Look at the ears on the little lad. I love it. I think that's fantastic. I got to find a way to incorporate him a bit more. Okay, so the news. Very first thing. Kingdom has been confirmed. I said last week, guys, don't jump the gun. It wasn't confirmed, but I expected, with all the reveals that were coming last Friday, that we were going to have it confirmed. And sure enough, we did get it confirmed, and we know now it's going to be a mix of G1 and Beast Wars. It looks like that the whole time travel element that everybody thought was going to happen is, in fact, what's going to happen. And you know what? Apparently, we knew it all along because of the images for the Netflix Siege program that were put up as teasers had little Cybertronian symbols in them that spelled Kingdom. Who knew? None of us saw it coming. Although earlier I was watching Input do a review, and if you haven't seen it yet, you should. He was doing a review of the alternate universe Optimus Prime, and he talked about how on the cover in the left windshield part of Optimus, there's RC, Ultra Magnus, and Hot Rod, all in their like G1 86 movie kind of body styling. And while we have an RC and we have a Ultra Magnus, this might be a hint. This might be another one of those type of like under the radar hints to a potential Hot Rod, maybe a Rodimus Prime. I did report last week that there's a rumor that there's going to be a Studio Series 86 Rodimus or Hot Rod. So I guess we'll see. Currently Siege Seeker mold, but one of the members will be female. Interesting. I wish that the Siege Seeker mold was painted to be like Slipstream, for example. That would have been great. Hey, BS Prime. Happy to see you here. Who's so cute? Oh, yeah, he's adorable. I love that guy. What did you miss? You didn't miss too much yet, BS Prime. You're here just in time for the news. That's what we're going through. Let's see. Oh, we had a whole bunch of images for the Netflix. Yeah, the Netflix series that had little symbols in them for Kingdom. Who knew? Jada, they have their minifigs for B and Optimus up for pre-order. Apparently, that's open. There are 12-inch Symbiote Studios plushes of Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and Soundwave. Apparently, they're all going to be offered during Comic-Con at home, which I believe is underway now. I thought that was running from the 22nd to the 26th, and I don't know what the date is now. Maybe today's only the 20th. I don't know, but if it's not started yet, we should be close to having it start. So if you're into plushies, hey, then you can get those 3, I suppose. TFCon Toronto and Chicago, unfortunately, have been canceled this year, but I think everybody knew that, where the world went sideways. Takara showed us some in-hand images of Sunstreaker, and generally, I like it. I'm a big fan. Like, I'm definitely getting it. But, in fact, I already have it on pre-order. But as I suspected, there is a bit of a mismatch between the yellow paint on his roof or chest, if you will, and then the yellow plastic. I feel like it's going to show up more in pictures and probably in reviews than it's going to in hand. I feel like the kind of color match or mismatch, if you will, is very much like the Titans Return Bumblebee. If you're familiar with that, a lot of people couldn't tell if there was a match or a mismatch because under different lights and stuff. I think that it's going to be very much the same thing with Sunstreaker, and yellow is a difficult color to work with, man. Really difficult color to work with. Nevertheless, in hand, it looks like a quintessential Sunstreaker, so I'm absolutely down for it. Prowl and Ironhide, Ramjet and Dirge, Amazon exclusives. They were announced. They were put up for pre-order. I have both on pre-order. I'm totally in for Prowl. Though some people, I believe it was Triple R, who said that he didn't like that the spoiler was on the toes. I get it. I'm wondering if there's a way to remove that spoiler. Like, maybe it's just pegged in, kind of like Wheeljack's is. Maybe it can just be cut off. I don't know. We'll see when the time comes, but I'm totally in for Prowl. The Ironhide, I think, is mostly the Siege Ironhide with a new chest and whatnot. A couple of little new tricks along the way. Of course, his whole roof section of his van is going to become a shield. So there's definitely a parts forming element there. If that bothers you, it's not going to be the Ironhide for you. If it doesn't bother you, cool. Then we get to the cone heads. And you guys have heard me say that I don't like the Earthrise mold as much as the Siege mold. However, it is better than the Classics mold. And since the Seekers really didn't have official Siege releases, the only cone heads we've really had were, 10 years or more ago. They were deluxe size. They were that Classics mold. They're due for an update, and I think the Earthrise mold matches the cone heads very well. Now, they do have an improvement made. I think it's an improvement where the head with the cone on it is a false cone that will nestle underneath the actual cone of the jet. And the actual cone of the jet will go on the back, just like that mold is for, Starscream and Skywarp and Thundercracker. So I think that's a good thing. A, it makes the head more movable, and B, it makes the heads more in proportion. Bring me a thrust, man. Bring me a thrust. I believe that's supposed to be mainline. Plus, having it at this bigger size does allow for more animation accuracy. Both Ramjet and Dirge are more accurate than their Classics counterparts. Just the wings of Ramjet alone and the purple on the knees of Dirge, for a couple of examples. So they are pre-ordered. They will be coming here to the channel. I'm sure you guys have a lot of pre-orders in for them as well. As we go down here, parts forming doesn't really bother me either, man. I'm cool with it. I'm okay with it. I definitely want to get Elita 1. We're going to get to that as we go down here. Okay, the Friday reveals. We're about to get to your Elita 1 now, along with a few others here. First thing I want to know is, when we first saw pictures of Rotorstorm, it had this head. It had the head that's on Spinister, and a lot of people said that's not the right head. We now know that we are getting, yes, a new head. Cool. Perfect. That's the way Rotorstorm should be. Perfect. I'm happy with that. We also found out a little bit more in images of the Top Gun Maverick crossover thing. I don't know. Not for a liter price. I mean, here that's 70 plus tax. And this thing looks like something that you'd get in a dollar store. I'm sorry. It doesn't. Maybe it'd be different if one of two things. Maybe I would think differently about it if A, I even knew the movies. I've never watched them. have no interest in watching them. B, if I was really into planes, and a couple of people in our community are into planes, so I getting it for that mode. Or C, if it was maybe for a Voyager price rather than a later price, maybe. But I don't see me spending $75 on that thing when I don't think it looks very good. And I feel like the whitish plastic used is very much like the plastic that was used on Siege Ape Face, and everybody complained that that was almost translucent. I think that the white here is kind of translucent, but to each their own. It's not for me. I get the argument for getting it. It's not for me. We had a Siege t-shirt unveiled. Great, I guess. Then we got to see Netflix War for Cybertron Wave 2. Hilarious, since Wave 1 has not come here, but Wave 2. And we also had, about a day later or so, Takara show an actual, like, I'm not going to say in-hand, I guess in-hand image of all of that wave, so we could get a better look rather than just renders. First up, we have Alita 1, and she has a new chest and a new head. It is the RC mold. It's not the Alita 1 for me. The plane isn't great. I did do some custom work on it, but I feel like the color layout, at least now, is better on the plain version, and I like that size. Here's the thing. The plane cost me 30 Canadian. The new Alita, that's a deluxe, is going to cost 30 Canadian. I cannot right now, maybe I'll change my mind, but I cannot right now see me going a smaller size class for the same price. Don't see it happening, man. Don't see it happening. If you're in for it, cool. And I don't think I like the mix of the white and beige. I think I'm hoping that these are not final copies and they're going to change them. But maybe if they do that, I'll be won over. But and I see the argument. If you're in for the Alita, cool. I get it. I just don't think she's for me. I think it's a good mold, but I think it's better for RC. I see the mold. I think RC rather than Alita 1. We saw a new Wheeljack. Actually, I like the way that the scuffing and kind of coloration and whatnot is done on Wheeljack. Now, a bunch of people, is he here? Yeah, he's here. A bunch of people complained and said that the white on this guy was a little bit too dark, a little bit too off-white, and it should have been more like the white on this guy. I get it. I love both of these guys, by the way. I get it, but I think the new one might have a white that's a little brighter like this. So if you want a Wheeljack that's a lighter, more kind of like paper white, that might be the way to go. But realize you might have to be okay with having a little bit of like battle damage on them, basically. What else did we have here? We're getting a Bumblebee. It looks good. There's no doubt, but I'm going to stick with this guy. This is Hornet's Agent. I got this for $15. Bumblebee's 30, and he parts forms. This guy doesn't parts form. To each their own. That one's good for me. We saw Hubcap, who we already knew, and we know that he is based on the Cliff Jumper mold, and we know now that you can set up Triple R showed it Saturday, where you can, put the little blaster in there and put the back on, blah, blah, blah. It's not for me, not for $30. If they were selling them for 15, even 20 Canadian. So say in the US, $14.99. They're selling it for that. I'd be in for it because they are a little bit more engineering, but they're not deluxe. And nothing I say or do can get me over that mental hump. Like for me, again, $12. I got them for $12. This is my hubcap. I'm good with it. And same with this lad. So if you're in for it, cool. I think the prices in the US are more palpable than they are in Canada. That's what I'll say about that. Going back up, I'm going to check in with you guys before I go on through the rest there, because I know that people are coming in here and saying stuff, and I don't want to miss stuff. Bring on Thrust. Yeah, take my money. Absolutely. Actually, I think the Thrust looks really good. I love the colors on it. I love parts forming. There you go. See, I definitely wanted to get Alita 1. I'm okay with parts forming. And there you go. Jillian is a perfect example of somebody who wants to get Alita 1. Nothing wrong with it. I think everybody should have an Alita 1. I don't think the plane is perfect, and I don't think the new one will be perfect. I think it's how badly do you want her to be a car? How badly do you want her to be bigger? I don't know. I don't think there's really a right or wrong answer. both have their strengths and weaknesses. That's what I'll say. That's what I'll say. I know that Masterfire is a big fan of the new Elita one. Him and I had a very brief conversation about that. Bring on the cone heads. Yeah, absolutely. I have no problem with parts forming at all. I think people are kind of getting more accepting of parts forming. I'm running out of space and it's getting expensive. Yeah, it is. I hear you, Sovereign Knight. I'm right there with you. I have to start getting selective which bots to get at this point. Yeah, absolutely. I love Spinister. And you know what? Rotor Storm, I bet, is just as fantastic. What's parts forming? Parts forming is when you have to take a part of like the vehicle off, for example, like with Cliff Jumper, his whole back window and trunk come off and they become like a shield, if you want, on his arm, or you can peg it back in on his back. Yeah. But it's a part of, oh, you know now, do you?
Yeah, do you really think the crew didn't?
I don't know. You guys take care of Starscream. That's good. Yes, Maverick is way overpriced. Absolutely. We're just going through the news. Slow DK. You haven't missed too much. We're just going down through the news. We're talking about all the reveals from last Friday. Maverick is way too hollow. Yes, Skybite. I think he's so hollow. If they make an 18 van, I'm so in on it. It depends on the size. I feel like a good size 18 van would be Voyager. I don't know what mold to use, but I feel like that's a good size 18 van. A TARDIS. What do you think? What do you think of a TARDIS transformer?
What does it transform into?
It's a TARDIS.
What is it?
The TARDIS would turn into a robot.
That sounds stupid.
Starstream wife doesn't like it. I like it, Robert.
I don't want to do it.
I want to get the Netflix Soundwave and the spoiler pack. I might wait to get them when they go on clearance. I don't think that Soundwave is going to go on clearance. Apparently, he has sold out from Walmart.com like that. Hasn't come to Walmart.ca, so probably won't. Yes, things going down here. I'm passing on Optimus's girlfriend. Fair enough. As we go down here, chicken fried steak. One of my favorites, man. One of my favorites. As we go down here, I might get the Netflix Wheeljack. I didn't get the ER one. I would definitely get one of them, but Wheeljack's my favorite. You know, I'm probably the wrong guy to ask, man. The Netflix Wheeljack will be a better white. Yeah, I agree. Crimson Raptors, it looks that way. Based on what Takara showed, it absolutely looks that way. The Elita one looks very anorexic and severe. It's funny. I was watching Tales from Teletran, and when you were talking about Elita, I was actually doing a workout while I was listening to the show, and I was going to comment after because I saw it on Sunday. I was going to comment after and say I totally agree with Crimson, 100%. That's how I see her too. Absolutely. It's not for me. I'd rather have a Siege Chromia repaint. I know you would. You were all in for that, man. Not interested in Maverick. He's not for me. No, and I never watched him either. I'm going to get the Netflix Soundwave. I think the Netflix Soundwave is going to be great. I don't think I'm going to get him, but I'll explain why in a minute. Hey, Tim. Maverick doesn't look good. Neat that it comes with a volleyball. It is neat that it comes with a volleyball. I'll absolutely give it that. If I knew that Rotorstorm was going to have a different head than was shown, I would have bought it. I'm sure you can still get it. I think he's around everywhere, man. Thanks, Slow DK. I appreciate it, buddy. But we're a community here, man. We're a community here, and it's all about having a good time heading into the weekend. As we go down here, and of course, we got some news, and we might have a piece of weird news about Ratchet. I didn't think that the Maverick figure looks all that good. No, me either. One day, I would love to get the Hollywood Rides diecast Ecto one. Yeah, actually, that looks really good, Robert. Hey, Cybermatic Geek. Let's see. There you go. Pre-order on BBTS. I think the Earthrise RC transformation is funny. It probably is. I still don't know if I want her. Like, I love my Generations one, so I'm not sure yet. Anyway, going back down through here, what else did we get to see? We saw the Soundwave with a redeco of Ravage and Laserbeak. And Ravage and Laserbeak, of course, are the Ravage and Laserbeak that we got before, but now, this time around, they have their Earth looks. For Ravage, all that really means is some more silver. For Laserbeak, the head is kind of totally redone. Now he looks like the Laserbeak from Earth rather than the folded like yellow visor thing. Here's the nice part about that. So many people said that they missed out on the Ravage Laserbeak 2-pack. This is a chance to get those two if you missed out on them. And I think the Laserbeak looks better, if I'm being perfectly honest. But I don't think I'm necessarily myself going for Soundwave. Here's why. A lot of people want Soundwave, and I want other people to be able to get Soundwave. I'd love to review it. I hope I get a chance to review it. But I don't want to take the opportunity for other people, away from other people, to get them if they really want them. Because with my Siege Soundwave, I actually have the Shockwave Labs add-on that allows you to push the arms back so you can do the tape deck mode. The Earthrise Soundwave. Here is the thing. It's mostly this mold, for the most part, without these back pieces. And instead of the shoulder piece flipping down like this, the shoulder piece now flips back. So these arms, I'm sure they'll go behind his back. They will give stability behind. So I think the front and the side is going to look fine for the tape deck mode. I think behind is going to look a little bit like a train wreck. But I think it's the absolute best way to do it. I think hands down, whether you get Siege with the Shockwave Labs add-on or you get the Earthrise, I think it might be a definitive Soundwave either way. I don't necessarily think the Siege without the Shockwave Labs is as good. Like if I didn't have the Shockwave Labs add-on, I would be getting rid of this Soundwave and getting the Earthrise hands down. Because I have that add-on, I think it might be good enough. I don't know. Maybe if I'm lucky enough to get a chance to review it, we'll see. We'll see. I know I definitely would like to have that opportunity. Let's see. I have the add-on too. Yeah, right. I think the add-on's fantastic. Let's see. They can be. Yeah, I have the Siege Soundwave. A lot of people do. It's kind of like with the Megatron, you know, is there really a need to do it? The head-on Ravage is remolded as well. I did not know that input. I didn't look that close. I knew his coloring was different, but I did not know that. So I stand corrected. Do I like the Logan movie? Honestly, I don't know. I've never seen it. I've never seen any of the X-Men movies. None of them. I don't know. It's one of those things like I'd like to. And we're huge Marvel fans, but for some reason we haven't watched the X-Men movies. I don't know why. I've heard it's brilliant. I like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, so I have a feeling. And I like the trailers. Like I had full intention of seeing it, just didn't happen, man. Let's see. I saw somewhere the next Titan. Steven. We're going to address that about the next Titan. We're going to address that. You have to watch X-Men, probably. It's my childhood. X-Men was part of my childhood, too, in the comics. Okay, so going on now, what else do we have here? Oh, the Leader Class Mystery Box. Some people think it's going to be the Shockwave mold used again. I don't. It's got Giza on it, which was the like little partner that came with Power of the Prime's Nemesis Prime. I think it's going to be a Nemesis Prime. I think for once in North America, outside of Japan, I think we're actually going to get a Nemesis Prime. Now, the question is, which Nemesis Prime is it? Is it going to be Galaxy Upgrade Nemesis Prime, which I think would be a little bit of a rip, only because we had the Ultra Magnus mold used in the first Leader Class offering. So, and let's be realistic, they're mostly the same mold. If they'd done in that box an Earthrise Nemesis Prime, I would totally 100% be in for that. 100%. I think that's such a stellar, well done mold. And you know what? I still think the Siege one for robot mode looks more accurate, but so well done. We also saw Exhaust and Grease Pit, who, of course, I've just put reviews above. A lot of people put reviews above. It's weird how that came about. And we saw Hubcap. And in the picture, we saw the 3-pack Earthrise Optimus that's going to be part of the Netflix series. He's going to come with a gold version of Sound Barrier and a gold version of Taraxodon, I think is his name, to mimic his axe and a shield. He does not have a trailer. It looks like, based on the Takara images, it looks like the pieces up on his shoulder might be blue, like instead of the gray plastic inside it. It almost looks like it might be blue. I'm interested to know what color his biceps will be. The overall blue on his body seems to be a darker blue rather than like the metallic blue that we got in Earthrise. And the head is definitely remolded with a head that, to me, just based on that one image, it's hard to tell, but to me, it looks like the faceplate is different, and it looks like the way the top of the head and like the upper brim is, it looks more like the War for Cybertron deluxe class Optimus from 2010 from the video games. I feel like that's kind of where the head is. It looks really good, absolutely really good. And if you do not have a Siege Optimus, get it. You will be happy. He's fantastic. And the chest is different. Instead of the blue window pieces, it looks more gray, maybe? I don't know. 3-0 showed off their deluxe Siege Optimus. It's a robot that doesn't transform. It has brilliant, like emerald green windows in the chest. I don't know why, and I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm just gonna go up and check in with you guys a little bit here. I really doubt it's Nemesis Prime. I hope you're wrong, Input. It might be something stupid. Who knows? But like, I really hope that it is Nemesis Prime. Giza would. The other thing, I assume it's going to come with a Slitherfang repaint as well, because the other, I can't even remember what the other word is that's on it, but it indicates Slitherfang to me. My favorite Marvel movie is Iron Man with Robert Downey Jr. My favorite Marvel movie is going to be anything with Spider-Man, because my favorite Marvel character is Spider-Man. I think Starscream's wife's favorite Marvel character, though, is Iron Man. Right? Your favorite character is Iron Man, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mine's Spider-Man. Always was, since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. As we go down here. Remember when Hasbro said they'd never do a tape deck Soundwave because no one would know what it is? Yeah, I do remember that, Razor Bear. But here's the thing. They underestimated what their main market is. Their main market are collectors, are adult collectors that have that disposable income. Well, had it before the world, turned upside down. I would pay full price for Earthrise Nemesis Prime. Me too, Jay. Absolutely. Waiting on Earthrise Trax. I feel like Trax is going to come out in Wave 4, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit too. Michael Keaton is God. Potentially he could be. Hey, Runus. Maybe the spoiler box is Death Source. Ooh, that'd be nice. Maybe one day. She pretends to be Robert. Starscream wife pretends to be an adult. She pretends. Some days she does a really good. I pretend to be an adult, but it's a bit iffy. Our favorite Marvel movie is Infinity War because of the bad blood between Thor and Thanos. Infinity War was done so well. Yeah, Nemesis Prime Abide. A tape deck is what you play tapes for music. Yeah, see, Robert knows. Earthrise Optimus is my favorite Hasbro Chug figure I ever bought. You know what? I think it's a definitive Optimus. Like, I don't think there's anywhere else to go. Hey, Steve. Well, at least you don't have a Transformer that transforms into a VCR or Betamax. Oh, my aunt had Beta. I always felt bad for her. As we go down here. You were being kind, Robert. I know. Do you think we will get more colors out of the Cliff Jumper and B-Mold? Maybe a blue or a green one. Well, we're already getting Bug Bite, so absolutely yes. I'm sure Bug Bite will be a repaint of Bumblebee, and I might actually go in for that one. That might be the one version of that mold that I have. Soundwave's a voice recorder. Look at Input getting all fancy. Started collecting by Trip Up and Daddy-O. on the names alone. Fair enough. Fair enough. You got to love that 50s nostalgia, because were any of us around the 50s? Hey, you know what? If you were around the 50s, let me know in the chat. Imagine if Earthrise Optimus came out when we were young. Slow DK. That's the thing. All of this that we get like in the last few years is what I wanted when I like. This is why I'm not into Masterpiece. Like what I see on the shelves now is what I wanted to see on the shelves when I was 5 and 6. And that's what draws me in personally as a collector. Not for everyone, but that's what draws me in. That's also why I prefer going on the hunt rather than just ordering stuff. They can always make better ones. I don't know if they can make a better Optimus, man. I feel like they're starting to regress. Like, I don't like the Earthrise Starscream as much as Siege. I feel like it's a regression. So, I don't know. Okay, so going on down here, we have more images of red offerings being Optimus and Megatron and Soundwave, and we found out that we're getting a few more, and most notably, we're getting Knockout from Transformers Prime. I'm kind of cool with that. I might get that. Starscream and a redeco of Optimus Prime. That could be anything from Shattered Glass Optimus Prime to Nemesis Prime to whatever. These don't transform, but they have hyper kind of accurate robot modes. I am curious about the articulation, though, because I'm looking at some of those hip skirts, and I feel like the legs aren't going to quite have the articulation that I'd like for them to have. We'll see as time goes on. A lot of changes in the news as it pertains to IDW. CTM Media, which is one of their holdings, was basically sold to their chairman, Howard Jones. Apparently, he's owed something like $5 million, and that covered $3.75 million of it. I don't know where the other 1.25 is coming from, but there's a lot of corporate changes going there. It'll be interesting to see how it affects business moving forward. I would think it probably won't. I would think that it'll be business as usual because it's not so much creative that's changing, but I guess we'll see what sort of new things they implement. I've never been a huge IDW fan. Who knows? Maybe this kind of changing of the guard will be just the thing to begin to appeal to me. I don't know. Maybe. You never know. Question. I have an MP01 still sealed in box. Wow. The batteries in the Matrix box, I worry about leaking. What should I do? Leave it alone, sealed in the box, or take it out and remove the batteries? I think I would remove the batteries, but I'm not a mint and box guy. But I think I would either I'd remove the batteries, or at this point you might. I don't know. Guys, somebody in the chat answer this. I don't know. If it was me, I think I'd remove them. Right? Is that the wrong thing to do? I don't know. But I think if it was me, I would remove them. I'd like to see a Chug RID 01 Prime. Interesting. That would be an interesting one to see. Let Prime be a fire truck. Sure. You know what? That RID Prime is amazing. So yeah, absolutely. Let him be a fire truck. I'm cool with that. Boss Gunny says remove the batteries. I need a new Knockout. My TF Prime broke. That is sad times, but this might be a good way to get a Knockout if you want to keep him in robot mode. Wouldn't that hurt? The collector's value removing it, though? It might, but yeah, I guess it would. But like, oh, Sovereign Knight, you're giving me a challenging question there. Yes, opening the box is going to hurt that kind of value, but I don't know how many people necessarily want him in box. You know, I guess it depends. If you have the right buyer, are you selling it? If you're not selling it, to take it out, man. If you're selling it, it's up to you. Buyer beware, though, right? I'd like a bigger Knockout. That's fair. To the hunt. To the hunt. Yes, Dragonfly, to the hunt, my friend. If you know that you're not going to use the electronics or display it in a safe, cool area, always remove the batteries from toys that you put in boxes. Always. So there you go. Crimson saying it seems like a Starscream wife saying take him out. It seems like everybody's saying take him out, man. It's a Pandora's box. It's like Schrodinger's cat. This is like Schrodinger's cat, right? Look at Analog Ninja to the hunt as well. You know what? This might be a new line. To the hunt. To the hunt might be a new line. That might be a Teespring idea there. To the hunt, baby. Optimus Prime can be a truck, fire truck, train, armored truck. He can be anything he wants to because he's Prime. That's right. Even a shoe. That's right. Prime could be a shoe. Absolutely. What else do we have here in the news? We have the Trooper assortment of Cyberverse was shown with Wild Wheel and who are the other ones that's in that? I got to look at my notes. Bumblebee and Meteor Fire. Here's what I didn't know. They stand about 5.5 inches, which I guess is deluxe-ish size, but apparently they have lights and sound and voice clips as well as the Energon armor. I don't know. They seem kind of hollow to have all that in them. I have no idea how well these work. I haven't seen them, but apparently they're out in the UK and they're out in the US. So to all of you that are in the US, keep an eye out, man. I'd love to have a Wild Wheel, to be honest with you, and a Meteor Fire. But definitely a Wild Wheel. I like the character. I think it's so cool. Skylynx and Scorponok are out here at EB Games. They're out in the US. They're out in the UK. They're not here. I actually went yesterday. I checked. I have the SKU for Skylynx, and nowhere here has them, not yet. As for Scorponok, mine is already pre-ordered through ages 3 and up. So whenever they ship them out to me, man, I can't wait. I know some of you guys got them though. Cannot wait. The US has also seen Snapdragon out, so keep your eyes peeled for Snapdragon. We saw a bunch of images of MP Black Convoy. It's basically that super hyper expensive MP44 without the trailer. I don't know what the price is. I'm sure it's still expensive. Not as expensive because it doesn't have the trailer. Looks good, I guess. If you're in for that MP repaint train, then jump on board with Nemesis Prime, I suppose. I guess that's the best way I can say about it. Apparently, the Transformers trading card game is coming to an end. I know nothing about trading card games. I don't know any trading card games. I've never played one. I don't know how they work. I don't even know what the idea is behind how they work. None of them. And when I was a lad, the only one that was even around here at all was D&D, and I didn't know anybody who played it, so I never got into it. So it wasn't a part of my life. I feel bad, though, because I know it has a huge following. I know that it has a ton of fans, but I guess it ran its course. I suppose, enjoy it while you can. And I guess after the fact, I guess you can still play the game, right? Right? It's just there's not going to be anything new coming for it. And I guess that's sad. When you see a part of our fandom kind of end, that's always sad. At least it is to me. Shockwave Labs showed their number 81, which is a Siege Jetfire arm sword. Now, if you notice the Netflix image, Siege Jetfire has this like Energon sword that comes out of his arm. Well, leave it to Shockwave Labs to jump right on that, and they released something that basically pegs onto his arm. It looks really cool. The white is a perfect match. Great looking Energon sword. And apparently, because it's just pegged in, you can take it off and store it on his back, like in plane mode or something. Store it on that red piece. So it has storage. I think it's fine. It's simple. It's fine. If you really want your Jetfire to have that blade, Shockwave Labs has you covered, apparently. I think it looks great. We had a Target listing for Runabout. Is he going to be Target exclusive? I've heard that he may be. I don't know why that would be. But since we're getting Run Amok, I'm glad to see that there's a listing for Runabout, which I think was kind of a foregone conclusion. Speaking of Runabout, we're going to get to that in a little bit too, but that is confirmed. It's a listing from Target. That is confirmed. Studio Series Leadfoot, that is going to be a Target exclusive as well. Hopefully easier to get than the last one was for those who want him. Looks good. Cyberverse Seeker 4-pack kind of came from nowhere. I don't really, and it's the Cybertronium mode Seekers. I think they're about deluxe-ish size. I don't know. It's not for me, but if you like the, Triple R love Seekers, maybe he'll get them. And there's like kind of a 4-pack of Repugnus, where there's the one-step changer, green painted green Repugnus, and then like 3 little Repugni, kind of like the Hot Rod with the little Sharkticons. It's kind of a similar sort of thing. Again, none of that's for me, but maybe it is for you. Flame Toys showed their Victory Leo, their a grayscale of their Rodimus, their Lio Convoy, and their Optimus Primal. And you know what? I think that they look gorgeous. I'm sure they're expensive, but I think they look absolutely positively gorgeous. Now, we're almost through the news. We do have a couple of things left to cover there, including the tidbit, I suppose, about Ratchet. But I just want to check in with you guys here again. See what you said, because I know I went through a ton of stuff there. Let's see. I think it was about here. No, maybe it's not. Maybe I got to go up. Prime was a PS1. That's right. So he was a PS1. You're right. Absolutely, he was. It's got a plastic tab, so the batteries are fine to leave in. Fair enough. See, Slow DK saying leave them in. And you know what? That's a good point. That's right. They would have had that plastic tab that kind of separates them. That's a good point, Slow DK. You know what? Sovereign, you can probably keep them in because they would have that tab that you'd have to pull out for the batteries to actually connect. I would say the batteries have just never been used. Now, they might not have any juice left in them. They might have just gone dead over the years, but you're probably fine leaving them. Good point, Slow DK. Nice save, buddy. I'm so excited for Wild Wheel. No idea who he is, but I want him. He's a very like Clint Eastwood type of character, Steve. Like, it's so cool. I'm in for him. I'm in for him. Optimus Prime could be a Falcon from Star Wars. Okay, I don't know. Again, I don't know enough about Star Wars to be able to say I want a cowboy transformer. So Wild Wheel is for sure. Yeah, I haven't seen them. Hey, Larkin, happy to see you in here. Yeah, Starscream wife. I mean, we're saying the same thing. Leave him in. I'm looking forward to the new Sunstreaker. Me too. Even if the yellow's not a perfect match, I don't care. I think the molding and the look for that Sunstreaker is stupendous. I think with MPO1, you could pull the battery pack out of Prime's chest without removing him from the tie downs. You still have to slit the tape, though. There might be ways to use 99% isopropyl to soak the cardboard. I think that's iffy. I don't know if I would do that. You could maximal time, but I don't think I'd want to do that. Yeah, TFA 1024 got those. He is in Florida. They are pretty neat, but they are $30 this US. Wow, that's expensive, man. We also found out, by the way, that we are getting not only some more of the 6-inch G.I. Joes for those that are in for the 6-inch line. By the way, everything they showed looks gorgeous, especially all the two Cobra Commander variants. Beautiful. But we're also getting a Walmart exclusive. I don't know. It's like a retro thing, and it's the 3 1/4 scale. I'm in for that. Absolutely. They've shown a Snake Eyes and a Storm Shadow. I'm definitely in for the Storm Shadow. I already have 2 Snake Eyes, so I'm not sure I'll see 100% in on Baroness. 100%. The MPO one was originally 79. Yeah, it was originally 79. It ain't that now. Toys R Us won't see Skylinks until September. To me, that's ridiculous. Toys R Us won't see Skylinks until September. Why? He's out. He's made. They should have had him the end of June. Thirsty, man. It's been a long day. Mine came out of the box. New corroded. Really? Wow, that's crazy. Target is the place to find the electronic Cyberverse Deluxe. Oh, there you go. See, again, Target. The closest we have to that is Toys R Us, and they ain't getting the stuff. Yeah, RIP TCG. I hope they fix the knees. I saw Skylinks at Smith's. There you go. See, Smith's. Yes, I heard that Smith's had Skylinks as well. Good point. Actually, Robert, when I get to Ratchet, you might be able to help me a bit. Anybody who's in here from the UK might be able to help me a bit when we get to that. What's the trading card game? The trading card game hasn't even been out for that long. No, apparently it's coming to an end, though. Those LR44 batteries can leak, but also can explode. I pulled 2 pallets of an old toy some time ago, and as soon as they were pulled, one exploded. What? And I got hit with the outer case. No way, man. That's nuts. That's crazy. I haven't taken him out of the box. Schrodinger's cat, baby. Schrodinger's cat. I'm honestly not even surprised it is ending. There's a petition with over 1,300 signatures in less than 24 hours since TCG canceled, news was made and Input did a video and had a link. Yeah, I saw that, but like I don't understand it. Like I don't understand enough, Crimson, about these games. I don't know. I know zero about it. Zero. But as Crimson says, if you want to try to save the game, there's a petition. Check out Input's channel. There's a link to it there. Shockwave Labs should make a third-party shock. Shockwave Labs makes add-ons. They're not going to make a full character, I don't think. Maybe they will someday, but I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, it probably wasn't promoted enough. The plastic separates the metal, so the batteries don't start working. Interesting. These exclusives, exclusives are getting too ridiculous. Hey, Ed, happy to see you there. There should be a petition. There is a petition to stop store exclusives. Yeah, 500 signatures is not going to stop it. I don't recall if there was a tab for me to pull. We go down here. Ooh. Maybe, Robert? Earthrise Ratchet coming soon? Maybe. Wait till we get to it, man. Wait till we get to it. I got to get down there, though. What's my favorite TV show? I have a lot of favorite TV shows besides Transformers, you mean? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I'm a big wrestling fan, so I watch everything, Raw and SmackDown and Dynamite because I'm a big AEW fan. Some Ring of Honor stuff. Big fan of Grey's Anatomy, Walking Dead. What else? Manifest. It's another show that I'm a big fan of. Better Call Saul, because I love Breaking Bad. I thought that was such a brilliant show. I don't know. There's a lot of sitcoms. Like I was a big fan of Modern Family, even though that's done now. So a lot actually. I can't say I really got a favorite. Can they still leak? Hopefully you can check without opening or damaging the process. Yeah, Sovereign Knight. I hope you can too, buddy. As you go down here. Yeah, I'm in on the Walmart Joe, says Analog Ninja. Absolutely. I'm more of a Transformers fan too, but again, it's that nostalgia. And I do have like a select amount. So I'll see what they offer, right? The retro G.I. Joes are re-release. If they're a re-release of the 25th anniversary line, then good. Because you know what? There were ones in that line that I missed. Baroness being one of them. General Hawk being another one that I absolutely wanted. I'd like to have a different Flint because I got the Flint in the Cobra get up where he can change out his head and like he's, in disguise. I'd like a proper Zartan. So like there's ones that I want input, so I'm in for it. Being an adult just means buying all the toys your parents couldn't afford when you were young. Absolutely, Steve. Love the retro boxes, absolutely. Yeah, Steve nailed it. Absolutely. Let's see. To my collectors in Canada, if you purchase anything from them, fill out the survey. Yes, Maximal 10 brings up a good point. Look, when you buy things from Toys R Us or from Walmart or whatever, they're on the receipt. There's always a survey thing. Man, fill out the survey. Fill out the survey. That's the only way we're going to get what we want. We know what? We have one more week to go till Siege comes out. Oh, we do. I'm looking for, I'd say a little less. Is it a full week? I can't wait. I can't wait for it. I wonder what's after Kingdom. New trilogy, Robert, would be my guess. I got to go up here. With the awesome Marvel Legends, X-Men, and X-Force figures looking so good, I've reignited my first love of collecting. I never got into any of the Marvel Legends stuff. They look beautiful. I just never got into it. Yeah, probably Unicron trilogy for the anniversary could be. You said you were getting the Bug Bite mold. I think I might get the Bug Bite mold. I think it's the only version of that mold that I'll have because I don't really know another Bug Bite to get. A Unicron trilogy for me would be easy pass. I'm not interested. I was never interested in the show and stuff. It'd be easy pass, or like the stuff I'd review, I'd easily be selling it off again. It's not for me. I'm sure that they would do a good job, but I feel like they tested the water a couple of times with that, and I don't know how well it's done. Like you look at the Galaxy upgrade Optimus Prime, and then you look at the Cybertron Optimus Prime. Which one's better? Honestly, which one's better? I would say the older Cybertron one is better. They would have to really pull out some magic to update that line in a way that it actually feels like it's an update. I've never heard of Kill the Kill. Ed and Nettie I've heard of. Transformers. Wally, yeah, and Cars also good. I've never heard of Kill the Kill. Not something I know. I'm going to guess, based on the name, I'm going to guess it's something anime. I don't know what Kim Possible is either. After my time, man. Just after my time.
Kim Possible is awesome.
Yeah, you know it?
Yep.
Yeah. Starscream wife knows it. I don't know that. I do. Zartan could change color, so could Zarana, and so could his brother. I can't remember his name right now. Also start with a Z. We still haven't got that Armada Optimus. We have not got that Armada Optimus, Aries. Good point. Though that was teased. Galaxy Optimus, obviously. Really, though? Yeah, Cybertron Optimus was great. Also, if you're selling your Unicron Trilogy stuff, I'd be up for buying. I have eyes for Tidal Wave. I don't own anything Unicron Trilogy now. I've reviewed Tidal Wave, but I don't own it. That was on loan to me by a friend of the channel, Andrew. Why should not have redone what? They should have not what? They should not have redone Cybertron Prime without Wing Saber or Leo Breaker. I agree. Yeah, I don't have Disney Plus. Yes, I wish Galaxy Upgrade Optimus had been RID Prime 2, Tim. I'm with you there. What about Voltron? Yeah, Voltron was great. Fantastic. I loved seeing this stuff. No, it wasn't Siegfried. That's good. I see what you did there, Crimson. Voltron was fantastic. I loved when they put out the new stuff. I didn't get it. It was too expensive, but I dig it, though. Oh, my. Ed, Armada Optimus was the first video you ever made. I feel bad for you, man. Feel bad for you. Okay, so just to clue things up here. We had some more leaks that came out, or they were labeled as leaks. However, a lot of people have said that these are actually fake and that the leaker has been called out by actual leakers as being fake. And really what he does is he leaks his wish list of what he would like to see and calls it leaks and veils it as if it's real. What was in this? Runabout. That has been confirmed through a Target listing. Black Arachnia, Trax, Commander Magnaboss, Titan class, Tidal Wave. I wouldn't get it. I'm not paying a Titan price for Tidal Wave. Maybe Commander. Like, I get it. There's going to be people out there that'll want it. But here's the thing. Hasbro needs to look at the likelihood that something is going to sell to the masses, widespread. And the Titans that they've done so far, some have been more successful than others. Like Metroplex flew off the shelves. Fort Max did not. Devastator went fairly quickly. Couple stuck around, but most of them went fairly quickly. Fort Max did not. Trypticon went fairly quickly as well. Though I think there was more of him made because there was a restock of him. Predaking just kept getting marked down. He should never have been a Titan. I think Scorponok is going to go quickly. I think Tidal Wave would appeal to a specific fan base. One, people that just love Titans and want all of them. Two, people that love Unicron Trilogy. Maybe there's enough there to make it happen. But as big as Tidal Wave is, he's a boat, and I don't see a boat the size of a city or a base. So I think they would have more success if they'd done Tidal Wave as a commander class, but I guess we'll see. We also, from this same leaker, we also had Select's Road Rage, which would come from Trax, Red Alert, Holler, which presumably would come from Grapple, and Leader, this one was weird, Power Master Megatron? What? What? Okay. Okay. Weird. And then in Studio Series, he said Skywarp and Age of Extinction Optimus. Here's the thing. I saw it and I was like, maybe these are true. I don't know now because the leaker's been called out. A lot of interesting ideas and names thrown there. We will see if there's any truth to it. And the very last thing is apparently, and Robert, you might be able to kind of help me here, or anybody else from the UK. Apparently, there is a pre-order up for War for Cybertron Earthrise Selects Ratchet. And the pre-order that's up is on a UK site called Abgee, Abgee. I don't know if that's like an iffy site or if it's like a legit thing. But apparently there's a pre-order up there for War for Cybertron Earthrise Selects Ratchet, which presumably would be a reuse of Ironhide. Of course, that does beg the question. Going back to a listing that I told you guys and broke news on a long time ago, if that's true, if that's a legit site, and if that's true, then I told you guys about a leader Ratch, R-A-T-C-H, that was in one of the systems that I am privy to. It's an actual listing. I figured that was like a leader Ratchet somehow, which didn't make sense. I'm not really sure what's going on here now. Your guess is as good as mine, but I'd like to know if that site, here's the thing, the last bit of news there, I don't know if any of it is even something we could call rumor. I don't know if it's valid or not. Just looking down here through the comments, on the way, Skylinks is incredible, highly recommend. I plan to get Skylinks if he ever comes here. I've been saying for some time now that we need a new TW. I want Tidal Wave to carry me off on his big, strong arms. Oh, Steve. That's excellent. I can picture it now. Not obviously. My name is Lance, so name loyalty. Tidal Wave was one guy I liked from Unicron Trilogy. I like Tidal Wave. I feel like he should be more commander size. That's just me. Power Master Megatron is a double dealer repaint. I guess it could be a double dealer repaint, but that would be lame. Studio Series Transformers AOE Galvatron. Maybe. That'd be cool. I'd be down for that. Titan Clash should be done. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I'm with Razor. Like for me, I'm done. After Scorpion, I'm done, both for space and for money. Like, I like Tidal Wave. But here in Canada, a Titan is almost $3 I'm not paying $300 for a Tidal Wave. I'm not interested in them that much. The Ratchet is actually Rotor Storm. They just put Ratchet's name on that. Weird. Interesting. So the plot thickens. Thank you, awesome one. Or awesome person. Transformers Earthrise selects Ratchet. That's the rumor, man. What is a good site to trade Transformers on? No idea. I've never traded. I just have a few lads locally that I tend to do stuff with, or sometimes I give stuff away, you know. Maybe they could do a Titan Unicron with cheeky Primus repaint. They could, but I don't think they're going to do a Titan Unicron since they've done the whole HasLab thing. Legendary Voltron Legendary Defender was a fantastic show. Yeah, absolutely. It's a fantastic show. Skylinks is great. Everybody likes Skylinks. You guys are wonderful. Pidge is valid. I still want a G1 cartoon accurate Metroplex that matches Titan's Return Triptychon. Yeah, and you know what? They might do that. I'm not in for it because I got my Metroplex for $90, but I could see the argument, Crimson Raptors, for doing that. There's a Gen Selects Rat listing for $79.88. That would be Canadian. I don't know what that could be. Generation Selects Rat listing for $79.88. That's so strange. Ratchet listing is basically like the Red Wing name we got off of Megatron list. Oh, okay. Although that being said, I didn't know Red Wing came off of a Megatron listing. I never heard that before. Interesting. Do you have the Playmates Classics Voltron? Not here. An hour away at my mother's. And if you're talking about the old Voltron, like from the 80s, yes, I do. However, I don't have any of the pilots. I had Hunk for a nice while still. Don't have any of the pilots, but I do absolutely have the original team. Love it. Still love it. Still got a lot of the chrome on it, actually. Which is better, G1 Transformers or Michael Bay Transformers? Unpopular opinion, I'm going to say Michael Bay, to be honest with you. because it has more articulation. I like more articulation. Love my G1, but I like more articulation. Rat listing could be Rat Trap remold as the Bat Dude from Beast Machines. It could, Steve, but for a leader, Rat Trap as a leader, I don't see it. I think there's something more in there. I think that's going to be a package deal somehow. Hope we get Inferno and Trax. I think that you're going to get them in wave 4 of Earthrise, to be honest with you. I just seen Ninja Bill saying that he got to go. You know what? I got to go. I've been on here a long time. I love you guys. You guys know that by now. I'm going to get out of here. My wife has been very understanding and patient. I came on a little late, as it was. As always, if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, there's several ways to do it: through the donate link, or by being a channel member, or the Patreon, Teespring. Everything we offer on Teespring, the whole 9, whatever. Don't forget, somehow, some way, each and every single day, man, you do make a difference, baby. And I look forward to the next time as we head into the weekend now that you and I get together, because don't forget, we do have tomorrow up and coming. We do have the next countdown. We do have the next countdown coming up tomorrow. Voting ended midnight Wednesday, so we'll see how it all plays out tomorrow. But I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either right here in the live streams at the stop motion premieres of the old-fashioned way, baby, inside the videos.